Check. Okay, allegedly this is working. Hopefully it's not clicking all over the place. Is it clicking all over the place? Click. Okay. So as usual, I got a band in there practicing, but I want to have a mix to do of a cover. Hopefully I get a chance to use multiband gain here. Let's see. I think I have to edit some drums before I even mess around with that. And that's the thing about plugins. Whatever your tool is, just because you have a magic tool, it doesn't mean that's the first thing you necessarily should be reaching for. In this case, let me get the drums edited first, and then we'll make sense out of things. Let's see if these guys are okay. I don't know if you can hear them. Just making sure the mics are loud enough. Sounds distorted as all hell. So I'm gonna be trying to mix with all that noise going on in the background. So let's see how that works. There's like zero isolation here, and the band that likes to play really loud. I might have to go make sure this is reset. Hold on. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Let's hope the rest of this stuff is working. Okay, so... Oh, excuse me. Let me check my other one real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this thing down. I'll hide the drum webcam for now, and let's see what we got here. So this is a cover song. Let's see if I'm DMCA'd. And one of the first things you might notice is there's a little eye showing, and that's the because we recorded at 48K. I'm gonna resample this to 44K, and I know how terrible that is to do software resampling, and it ain't gonna make any difference. So. Let me just see what it sounds like first. Want faders here. Go to the scenes weaker. Okay, I really want faders here. I don't know. Do I need to install the latest script in order to make this work? I don't know. Stand with narrow form. Let's see what happens if I turn off this narrow form thing. There we go. Okay, that's better. So I'll leave that be for now. Oh, I don't want to get into any arguments about how to set that as the default. Let's just see what I got for drums. So. I was checking to see where the rest of the instruments are and trying to learn how to use Cash App, so sorry. Man, this is a catchy song. And I'm betting this is one of the times where perfect really gets in the way of good. I'm going to go back to the first takes and listen to some a little bit. There's sometimes people just will not get out of their own way, so you really gotta check it. I bet you all these are good, but let's see if the last ones are the best. So here's a crazy thing. This guy came into this drummer came into this song cold. Listen to it for a second, and this is what he got. This is why this guy is really good. So it's, oh man, this is the first take. This is nuts. Listen to this. Sounds like you've been playing this song for years. That's really good. Let me see what. Not that one. Not 3. Nope. So, I guess I got 2 good takes of this. Let me check this beginning. That first one was really good, man. I don't know if I want to mess with it. So do we want those stick clicks? Maybe. I mean, let me see what else I got. You know, I think maybe thinks the toms are better at the beginning. Let's see. I don't know, man. He did really good on either of these. It's hard to say anything. I'm telling you, this first one I think is better. Let me see what else is going on here. Oh, is that maybe that? That's kind of weird, right? Let me see what's on the other take there. Actually, before I even split it. How do I remove takes? Man, I barely use the take things. Okay, so is it delete active take? How do I make it so it's just only the 2 takes? Well, that didn't do what I wanted to do. think I should use that one. That's good. I'm gonna have to edit that some to make it make sense, but let me see what's going on here. For some reason, he wanted another take here, and I'm not sure why. So let's find out what that's about. I really don't like those stick clicks, so I'd rather be without them. So. I see. That's kind of gross, huh? Let me try the other one. Ending. There's like a stick click. Let's see who the other one is. Still oh boy, I don't know. I wonder if I could just edit that out. There's nothing really ringing. I'm gonna leave that for a second. Let me see what's going on in the background actually. Let's see if we can hide that. Okay, so I'm gonna fix those particular edits real quick, and probably go in, and I should really just resample this to the new sample rate. But I'm not exactly sure how Reaper's gonna handle that, so I'm just gonna have a look at the grid real quick. Okay, now theme developers, this is where it really gets critical for me. I know a lot of people don't like my high contrast stuff, whatever. you know, this, if you look at these grids, this really doesn't tell me much about, this is the one, I guess, because it's more dark a little bit, and then the rest of them, I can't tell what they are. And they're really hard to see as well. Like, I don't know. And I know a lot of people don't agree, so that's on you. It's up to you, but I really want to see these grid lines good. I know you can see them, but really, when you're working fast and a lot on drums, they can get hard to see. I don't know. You can say they don't. I don't care. Whatever. It's actually pretty good, right? See, this is the kind of guy, I don't really want to edit him much. It sounds really good. I don't want to mess it up. Okay, I'm gonna throw some stretch markers in. And what I'm really gonna do is just make sure this doesn't move. Honestly, I kind of just want to move this by hand. These are all good. Really don't want to mess with these. So there, I'm gonna call that on time. I'm gonna leave these alone for now. I could like micro it, like, and this is like for this pop kind of thing. So I know Glenn gonna go freak out on me, but you know, this pop stuff is just absolutely micro edited to death. You know, whether you like that or not. Whatever. Let me see. There really was this kind of layback thing. It was better when it had that longer pause, but I'm just guessing with this poppy thing, it's not going to work. Okay, now here's one of the crazy things. I don't know if you guys remember, I'd done different types of stretch marker modes, and we found one that, yeah, it didn't work the way you would think it would. Let's see, I think it's in advanced. Normal. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. God, we can use Pro now. You know, I'm just gonna leave it be. I'm not hearing anything. I know you can get really crazy and anal about this, but so that's good up to there. Let me I'm gonna tell this to that's okay. What I'm doing is I'm just setting some rough stretch markers. It's gonna speed up a little bit, but again, I just kind of want to leave this be. I'm gonna call this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call this on time. I'm just gonna leave that stretch marker be. I'm gonna stretch this one, where he speeds up a little bit to tell you that, hey, here comes a new part, which is fine. I actually wanted to do that, but I don't. Again, being this poppy kind of stuff, I have a feeling that that's not gonna work out very well. So I'm gonna move these a little bit. And here's another thing about the theme. Like, okay, here's the selected item. Look at that. Can you tell which one's selected and which one's not? Just barely. Like, it absolutely needs to be a lot more verbose than this, or at least the option for it. You know, like, this is the thing. If you do this for a living, man, you look at this stuff a whole lot different. You know, and I'll take all the criticism till the cows come home. And you know, if you don't want it like this, fine. But you know, a lot of us do need it. Let's see how this works now. So I don't know too much about this. Sounds kind of weird, but maybe this whole thing is too ahead. See, now am I going to start getting into this micro editing stuff? Tell you what, I am going to set it to just measures, And I have said, sorry, sue me, but I'm going to move some of this stuff a little bit. Might just be too much, so I'm gonna call this okay over here. I'm just gonna move this part here, see if this gets a little bit better. It's this. There's something about the change in the. See what happens if I speed this one up or slow this one down. All right. Edit this, except I have a problem right here, right? Let's see if I can't fix that. So I'm gonna leave that one be. I'm gonna move this one, and I'm only moving it by a little, I think. Let's see. Okay, so here's that stick click. So there's a lot of things I could do here. Again, I'm gonna call this one correct. I'll move this kick. See, I can't read that text. Like, what speed is it now? I can't read it. This one I can't even come close to reading it. So again, man, this is really a lot of theme stuff we really got to work on. Okay, so I'm gonna just see what happens if I get rid of, really just clog this stuff. I don't know where that click is, but I really don't like that second hi-hat thing either. Just give me the. I wonder if there's a hi-hat I can steal that. Let me just see. This is bad. I don't think this is gonna work well. See, this hi-hat should happen on the kick. I could scramble these tracks a little bit and actually put it there. Temporarily remove these from the group maybe and then put the hi-hat on there. It's still gonna be on the, oh Jesus, it's still gonna be on the overhead. Let's see what happens if I unsolo the drums. So I have other toms I could use here. That might be what I should do. Just ring one of these toms out. Let me see if I can find one that's gonna be relatively by itself. Probably not, right? There's a lot of stuff going on. What is this right here? Oh yeah. There is a cymbal here though, but I'm gonna steal this whole chunk right here actually. Let's select everything in group. Control G, select all items in group. Okay. So I'm just gonna Control G. I'm gonna copy this. Then I'm gonna undo the fades. But I'm sure there's a smarter way to do this. But you know, I actually don't know how to use Reaper as well as a lot of people out there. So So I'm going to... I'm just going to paste this in here. So this could be really goofy. And see how the snare... What is this? Is the snare getting hit at the same time? Oh, Jesus, it is. Damn it. Alright. Well, that ruins that plan. Let me see. So wait, was the original actually a tom? Let me make sure. It's tom. Yeah, no snare though. Actually, that's not bad, right? Unfortunately, there's a... Well, you know what? I'm gonna ditch everything but this tom. How about that? Let's see. Let's see what happens if I do that. So if I delete, was it gonna delete them all? Nope. Okay, good. So I'm gonna have to temporarily disable this group. Okay, I'm gonna ungroup. I'm gonna remove this one from the group real quick. So this is kind of sketchy. I don't like doing this, but we're gonna have to do. Okay, let's see what Oh man, I really want a ringing. Oh, I really want that cymbal to keep going. Ugh. So do we want it to... I think it's actually supposed to choke, but... See, because that doesn't sound like a choke, does it? Gonna have to do. think there's an E and a B. I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, for sure, let me take these off for now. So for sure there's an A and a C and a G. I think that's a D. So I could still be in C major here. I don't know. So this could be C major. I'm gonna turn this down and see what this sounds like to play along in A minor or C major or whatever. I don't think I got a B. Let's try a G. Well, that sure sounds a lot more right, doesn't it? So I'm pretty sure this is E minor. So I'm gonna save this as E minor, I think, and I really write that, I think, just in case. So I don't know, you know, this song doesn't have as much in it as I thought, so I'm not sure really much for me to mix. I can fix these vocals up, but I have a feeling they're probably gonna try and retrack them. Maybe I shouldn't do that. So You know what? I'm gonna give the drums a try here. So, I'm just gonna leave this other stuff kind of running in the background. I could really fix these vocals. I have a feeling this girl's a really crazy good singer. This is the first time actually playing with the live instrument, and I actually have one of our kids' bands there watching her, and so she's kind of nervous, but she's a kick-ass singer, so I'm not really worried. I'm gonna take a look at these drums, and first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna boy, this is my drum template. I'm just gonna clear this out. I'm gonna get rid of just about everything. I took off all my triggers already. I'm gonna start this over. I may be making a new drum template here, so let me just see what happens here, man. Some of this stuff I'm gonna leave be. Okay. So the overheads I'm gonna leave alone for now. There's a mid-side decoder. Drum folder, I have a compressor on. You know, honestly, I started doing things. Sometimes, you know, I do things because I get nervous or insecure or whatever, and I start setting up things the way other people set them up. But maybe I don't need any of this stuff. I don't know if I want this Waves SSL compressor and stuff on here. I'm gonna actually knock all the effects off of just about everything for now. I'm gonna at least bypass them. Let me hear what this sounds like. Okay, so you see how this kick is set up? You know, if I ever want to be real crazy, like, I'm actually okay not even gating this kick. I know you hear some bleed there, but let's go, okay? This isn't officially out there in the world yet, but you know what? I'm gonna put it on anyway. Hopefully, I got the latest version. This is our multi-band gate. Let's see, version 2.5. I do not think this is the newest one. Hold on, I might need to do some stuff here. You guys are seeing stuff maybe you're not supposed to be seeing, but you know, whatever. We're about to launch anyway. I'm super excited about that. So, let me see what version we're on. So I'm just putting in the newest version of this plugin. I'm gonna see if this is gonna croak. There's a chance this is gonna break my stream, and I know you guys know how long it's been that I've been working on this thing, so you know I should be jumping up and down and screaming from the rooftops about it, and I am inside. There's just a bunch of crazy stuff going on, so let me. I promise we will be celebrating very soon, but right now it's a little bit crazy for me. Let me see if this breaks the stream, then I'll restart the stream. But let me see what's going on once it starts. Check. So that sounds okay. Let me see what happens with Reaper. Wow, why is... Alright, well that's okay. So that should work. Okay. So for those of you who haven't gathered yet, this is you know, on and off for 20 years been trying to have plug-in companies, DAW companies, you know, it's how Reaper came to be. And there's some plugins that I really wanted to get into Reaper early on, but it never really happened. And now one of my friends is we got a software company going, Killer Coder, and the two of us who were in this originally. And so here's our first product, the multi-band gate. Brandon Hires did a really good video on it. You can probably find it, even though it's not supposed to be out yet. Somebody leaked it, me probably. So, but anyway, so this is it. This isn't a product advertisement right now, so I'm actually going to use this to do what it needs to do. So let me just listen. Okay, so these are just crossover points. So the point of this gate is so that you can make each part as long as you want. You know, the classic problem is toms with cymbals in them, right? You want the toms to ring on the doom, but if you let it ring on that long with the normal gate, the cymbal's going to be in there too. So the tom's actually going to become an auxiliary cymbal mic, especially if you add exciters or boost the treble or whatever, and you're going to have this just nasty sound. So in this case, what I want to do is I want to let the kick ring out as long as I want it for, and I'm gonna shut the high end off pretty quick. I just want that smack, 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 and I can even put exciters and junk on it. You'll see. I'm gonna set this. So that's what this does. It splits the gate into 3 bands, and next we're gonna apply some gating to it. So I'm gonna take a look at what the detector's listening to. And you'd think that you'd use the resonant frequency for this, but it can actually take longer if you do that. So sometimes you don't want to do that. So I'm gonna go up pretty high and just try and find a spot that's just kind of obvious. I'm actually going to have it listen to that. So see, I'm not even closing the low end of the gate the way it's set right now. We're going to set it a little bit different, but so listen to this mid band for a second. So I'm gonna shut this before I hear any other stuff. I don't know that I really need much of this at all, actually. Let me see. I actually have the low end crossover up pretty high, and might end up muting this. So this one I want shut before anything nasty happens. Okay, so all I've really done is adjust the bands. I might have some tubbiness on here. There's another plugin we're working on right now that would address that. I don't think it's working very good yet. I could give it a try. This is gonna be an early version. It's not really Not really. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, let's try this. So this is gonna be our next plugin coming out. You know, this is really the wrong plugin to use. Let me get rid of this. We go to Tone Boosters EQ4. And I'm just gonna want to ditch some of that tubbiness. Yeah, I'm gonna add Alex's exciter to this. Now here you're probably gonna be able to hear. Like I'm gonna exaggerate this a little bit. I'm gonna turn off the gate. It's not that bad, but normally you'd hear like a ton of cymbal hash or something in there. Before I make you guys all go treble deaf, let me switch this out. These are MS'd overheads. They tend to get so much of the drum set that I want in the first place. It's scary. I don't know what I want to do about this snare bottom. I'm pretty sure it's a snare side, not a bottom. I'm starting to like the side a lot, but man, it's got a lot of bleed in it, doesn't it? That might even be too much for multi-band gate to handle, but let me move on to the snare. Just want to see what we can do with multi-band gate on the snare here. So this is going to be the snare top, and this is typically all I use. Lately, again, the same reason I put like this SSL compressor and stuff, sometimes I get insecure, you know, and I start doing things the way other people do them, and I know a lot of people like snare bottom mics. I usually don't, so that's okay. Let's just try this out and see what we get. Find a nastier section. This problem is this drummer's so good, he doesn't tend to make those kind of problems. So I really wanted to show you a section of hi-hat, the classic problem of hi-hat and snare, which is something that multi-band gate does actually deal with very well. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to eat the use the ride to show you. So So here's the thing. So, you know, this is an exaggeration, but with the classic gate, what you'd really get is this, it's like, seriously, like you're just adding a temporary boost to the ride. Let me put a standard gate on here. So if I make this long enough, so I'm going to make this as long as I'd like to have the snare ring out, and watch what happens. Now this is gonna be worse than not having a gate at all. Watch when I put the overheads in. Yeah, if this were a hi-hat bleed with a regular crappy drummer, you'd be hearing this a lot worse. This isn't the best way to show it, but let me see what I can get. See what the detector's hearing? Again, I should probably use something way higher. This seems like it might work. We'll find out. Okay, you hear that nastiness? Psst, psst, psst. Yuck. Yuck. The trick's gonna be shutting that high end down right away. I'm just gonna mute the mids for now. I want here. And remember, this I do have a bottom mic, so I should probably use a different trigger source. That might be better. So I think that's just kick, snare, and overheads. It already sounds pretty kick-ass, you know? I think. You gotta get more toms, but... Now, there's probably too much snap on that snare, right? Unlike the regular way, I'm gonna see about you know, usually you let a little bit in, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have to stomp down on the attack with the compressor. It's just one way to do it. Let me just see. These are all fine. You can almost get that snare from Hazy Shade of Winter, the Bangles version. So here's a problem, and this happens kind of with all the compressors. They just don't grab quick enough, right? So, you know, Phil and those guys are always talking about clippers. See what I got for clipping. Here's G clip. Let's see. So I'm just gonna lop the front off of here and see what happens. I swear it still lets it through, you know? Okay, so really what this plugin is for is for these toms, so let's see what it can do. Oh, that sounds dull. We had a big argument about where, you know, when these things were on clips, they sounded great. Now they're just sounding dull. Crap. This will be a good show of what the problem is, that why this plugin was made, though, that's for sure. So from here I can see how long do I want it to last. So this is the part that you usually want to ring on a tom, but you got to kill it early because of the cymbals. It's really low. I want to make that last a good long time, so let's see what we're listening to. See, I want something sharper than that, you know, but I don't want the snare trigger in it. You know. Yeah, it's the hard one. The danger of leaving it on the low part is that's going to tell it when to close. You know, I want it to be able to close pretty fast. Then again, I could set the threshold pretty high. So you see there's not really any sharpness to it. You see how long that decays out. And that's the point, you know, that's the part we want, but this might not open all the times. This is kind of a tricky one. With the tom mics where they were supposed to be, there's a lot more stick in here, but this is one of those cases of perfection being the enemy of good. Yeah, this kind of sucks. This should be a lot easier to gate actually, but so I'm gonna make that last a good long time. See how close the threshold is to stuff that I don't want opening it. So I'm gonna leave this running for a long time. You feel that? Just keep going. Okay. So I'm gonna see what's going on with the highs. Just I want the splat part where when the stick hits. This really isn't good. Okay, I'll see if this will shut before the cymbals come in. Not bad. I might just mute the mids for now, but let me see what they're doing exactly. Don't care either way. See it opening on the snare there? That's the problem. Just so close to that snare. Really got to get a better yeah, see that? And there's just no. This is why it's really important to get your mics in the right place with these things. Oh man, it's just not good. See, this is one of those cases you might have to draw it by hand. This really got to be careful with this stuff. Let me try putting exciter on here, see how bad it gets. I'm gonna go put those mics back, honestly. Alright, those are some massive toms. Like I know I'm complaining about some of the little details here, but holy crap, that is humongous. That's why this plugin was created, and I'm very happy with what it's doing right here. This project was definitely not made for this, but it seems to be working. No samples. These drums sound like they're slamming to me. Don't have a single sample going here. Well, I might be making a new drum template here. I guess I should get the other toms in. And you know, honestly, I'd still probably be cutting these up by hand just in case. So he's not really hitting Tom 3 much, is he? Just a couple times this whole thing. That click. The speaker broken? Is that just what it sounds like? I don't know what that is, but I'm not happy about it. Oh man, he's got to go back on the clips. So what I want is the sharpest. Try that. See, I need this to close earlier. This might be something we need to look at. Alright, so seriously, this war of clips versus stands, maybe possibly it's going to sound a tiny itty bitty teeny weeny bit better on stands, maybe. We tested it, you know, there was good things about the stands. Maybe objectively I'd pick the stands every single time, but with the clips they end up exactly where I want. Notice I don't have any of the stick sound that I wanted. When I had the clips, they were always in exactly the right place. I'd get the stick sound I wanted, and now I'm having a very hard time, as you can see. Let's see, yeah, Tom 2 has really showed this problem. You just can't tell where it gets hit. When they're on the clips, you know, and probably the reason people don't like the clips is that here, watch. See that false trigger right there? That one too. When they're on the clips, it does make this weird spike kind of sound on the toms, and kind of forces on a. It'll open the gate. I guarantee you could dial in the trigger to open the gate correctly in the right time. So this is going to cause some serious friction, but I don't care. I'm putting them back on the clips. That sucks. You know, this is honestly, normally I'd just be cutting these up by hand anyway. And if multi-band gate saves you 5 minutes, that'd still be awesome. In this case, on that floor tom, it's actually, I think it's hitting every time. So I'm not really worried about that one. The other one's not so good, but again, I think it has to do with where the mics are.
Guys, see you, Aaron.
So, see ya.
All right, man. Let me know if you want to come down or whatever.
All right.
And I'll see if we can get you in there.
Cool.
Huh?
Cool. Yeah, I will if I can.
Right on. Nice little mini, huh?
Oh yeah, that's listen to this. This is the singer you need. Put her and Cully together. You get one of those modern new bands where they got the singer and the screamer.
Who's this?
Just some little girl that came in with her. Paul's playing drums. Paul.